Welcome back to the Ed Solly Show. I am here in Forsyth County at the Republican Women's Meeting, and we are honored to have Dr. Alveda King sitting with us, and we're going to hear from her tonight out in the big room, but I get a few minutes with her to ask a few questions. So thank you for joining us and sitting down. One of the things we were just discussing, my wife and I, we were here last time that you spoke to the women, loved it, loved your books, and one of the things that was about to come out then was your Roe v. Wade movie.
That's right.
And a lot's changed since that movie came out. It was a beautiful movie. Anyone that hasn't seen it, you should go see it. It's on Amazon. And what's changed is we may be right at the precipice of things changing. So tell us what you think is going to happen and your take on it.
There actually is light at the end of the tunnel, Ed, and with the Dobbs case out of Mississippi, with the heartbeat bill out of Texas, and now Florida, America's hearts are beginning to hope again. And actually, America is now pro-life than pro-choice. Mm-hmm. A lot of people don't know that. We are also still a Christian nation, one nation
Amen.
Under God. And we still stand together, united with our Constitution. Now, some reports will say it's not true and you should be afraid, and there's so many bad things going on. But there are some wonderful things happening, and I actually attribute the focus, the dedication, the strength of the Republican women in this nation, and I'm glad to be a part of that as well.
Right. Well, it's Women's History Month.
Yes, it is.
So and I saw your post about out in Texas with the heartbeat bill, speaking in the courthouse steps there. That was fantastic. And you're right. I think we're seeing a surge from women.
Yes, we are.
And I think the lie that women are pro-choice on a whole is finally ending. I think enough women have finally said, you know what, I don't believe that, because I'm not, my wife's not. I know that's not the common theme, and that we just want to protect the unborn. And you've done so much in that fight, and so much on both sides of the aisle. Everyone will answer the phone when mm-hmm. Dr. King calls, and so much so that you just won a Christian Unity Award.
Yes.
At the We Love Christian Music event, and that was presented to you by somebody pretty special, somebody pretty influential, and that was awesome. We've seen the video here at the women's group a couple times now.
Yeah.
It's been all over our page. So tell us about that and your work with Christian music.
When I heard that President Donald J. Trump, President 45, was going to give me the award, I was absolutely speechless. And for me, that's funny because I talk a lot, you know? And I was so honored. And one thing that music can do is to bring people together, can unify us with the message. As a matter of fact, after I accepted the award, thanked the president, thanked the group that was awarding me, and we sang Jesus Loves the Little Children. All the little children of the world, red and yellow, black and white, all are precious in his sight. And I said somewhere along the way, we were all children. So we care about our youth, our young people. I know so many women who are now saying, I don't have to make a choice to harm my child or myself in order to be successful. And there's so many now. I know women who are jumping on a plane to get back to see their child and play the violin and
right.
get home to
right.
do it. But we're doing it, and we're seeing that women are making a difference. Everybody's making a difference. I always say God's not a Democrat or a Republican, so
right.
I'm trying to work across the aisles. It's not always that easy right now, but our hope is that we will come together as one blood, one human race, from the womb to the tomb
right.
in America.
And to your point, all Christians genuinely believe that.
We do.
You know, we come from Adam and Eve, and then even more recently Noah and his family.
That's
when
right.
you really get into the Bible.
Absolutely.
So this divide is all manufactured.
Yeah.
You know, it's our way of creating problems that didn't need to exist, and we've caused so much strife. How do people come back together? How do we, you know, I know we're seeing some of it. We're seeing people reaching across the aisles. You see Vernon Jones. You know, he's seeing across the aisles, and he's trying to work with both sides, and
mm-hmm.
and he understands both sides, same as you. I've heard your story, and it's beautiful on your growth through your life and how your viewpoints have changed. How do we get both sides to see that?
Well, you may remember the quote from my uncle, Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. We must learn to live together as brothers, and I'll add as sisters, or perish together as fools. So as we learn to live together, to communicate, to know that skin color doesn't define us, it doesn't make us separate races, and that we can begin to sit down and talk, and we can have human kindness, human dignity, and faith, hope, and love, and we bring all of that into play. And we'll see the remarkable efforts that are happening around this country. Dobbs, heartbeat bill, there's so much that's happened.
What do you think is going to happen with the Dobbs
I
case?
just pray about it. I
You just
try
pray
not to
about it.
comment on
no
it. I just
predictions. That's
pray.
fair.
Not
That's
at all.
fair.
Not at
I'm
all.
hopeful. I'm
Yeah,
hopeful, and
very
then we'll see
hopeful.
all these bills and that are held up in legislation all over the
Yes.
country.
Yes.
All of a sudden, have a great leg to stand on.
Absolutely.
You know, I listened to every second of that case, screaming at the radio. I don't know if they heard me, but it was tough to listen to both sides.
Yeah.
You know, because it's just such an impassioned subject, and it gets us into really the next topic, which is, you know, when hopefully it does go through,
Yeah.
we're gonna have a need for ways to take care of more children
Absolutely.
in the country.
And we can serve America without killing America.
You're exactly
We can do
right.
it.
We can do it. We can.
Yeah.
I think that will be the great unifier. Honestly, I think once we take away this most divisive topic, because that used to be really the divisive topic.
It did, yeah.
You know, that used to be the one that everybody was separated on, and everything's grown out from there. You know, I think if we can kind of rip the roots out from underneath all this infighting,
Yeah.
we maybe could actually see a little bit of unity. You know, last time we were all together, you know, it's terrible that great tragedies is what usually brings us together, but maybe a great victory
Yeah.
can be what brings us together.
All
Well,
right.
Dr. King, I really appreciate you taking a few minutes to sit down with us. If you would tell everyone where they can find you to follow you and buy your books. I've read them. They're fantastic. I would absolutely think everyone should buy one.
Well, you can find me at alvedaking.com, speakforlife.org, and America First Policy Institute.
All right. Well, there you have it. Dr. Alveda King,
Thank
you
you.
very much.